2/5 of what number is 12? Well, let's think about this question. If we know that 2/5 is 12, then we know that 1/5 must be 6, because 12 divided by 2 is 6. But if 1/5 is 6, and we want to find the whole quantity, then we need 6 in our other fifths as well. That gives us a total of 30, because 6 times 5 is 30. So that means that 2/5 of 30 is 12. And that makes sense, because here you can see that we have 30 counters, and in 2/5 we have 12 counters. But this is confusing, because usually if we're doing something with our numerator, we multiply rather than divide, and if we're doing something with our denominator, we divide rather than multiply. So here we're doing the opposite of what we usually do. And that's because we have a missing number problem, so we're using the inverse operation. So just as with whole numbers rather than fractions, if you have a missing number multiplication, you divide, and if you have a missing number division, you might need to multiply. It's the same here. We divide by the numerator and then multiply by the denominator. So here we divided by 2 to work out how many counters were in 1/5, and then we multiplied by 5 to work out how many counters we had in total. So 5/6 of what number is 20? So we can draw 5/6 on our fraction bar, and we can show 20 counters. If we have 20 counters in 5/6, then we must have 4 counters in each sixth, because 20 divided by 5 is 4. So if we have 4 in each sixth, we need 4 in this sixth as well. Now, because 4 times 6 is 24, we have 24 counters in our fraction bar altogether. So that means we know that 5/6 of 24 is 20. So here we divided by 5 to find the total in 1/6, then we multiplied by 6 to find the total in 6/6, so in our whole fraction bar. So now pause the video and see if you can find the whole quantities for these questions. For this first question, if we know that 3/4 is 30, then we can divide by 3 to find how much is in 1/4, and then we can multiply by 4 to find the whole quantity, so that's 40. For 2/3 of 24, to find our whole quantity, we can divide by 2, then multiply by 3. So 2/3 of 36 is 24. And if 3/5 is 90, then to find the whole quantity, we can divide by 3, then multiply by 5. So our missing number is 150. And then, because this can be confusing, we should always check. So we can make sure that 3/5 of 150 really is 90. So we can work out that 150 divided by 5 is 30, then 30 multiplied by 3 is 90. So we know that what we've written makes sense.